since I don't have a job, I played that game straight because I just couldn't get off of it. And
yeah, I remember that. I remember the
days.
night, the grand opening night. The story was really funny, but it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
back
anyway,
to what this was.
Yeah,
so.
moving on.
Boss fights. They were memorable. There was a couple that were not like extremely memorable, but they were memorable enough to play a good part into the actual storyline.
And the fact too that you actually have to think doing these boss fights. As for one, because I will say this, because you guys already know this, is Mr. Freeze, and having to actually outsmart him isn't that hard, but it is
because he
tricky.
learns. Like,
yeah.
you know, once you do something, he's like, oh, okay, you did that. I'm not gonna fall for that again.
Exactly.
And then you have to do something new.
Exactly. So you constantly have to keep it fresh and going, and which a lot of the developers in Rocksteady said that. So I'm not spoiling anything there, but definitely boss fights. Finally, you know, they're done the way they should have been, and that was another thing that Rocksteady fixed, and we were very happy about that.
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
Amount of gadgets. I love the gadgets in this game. They gave you a healthy amount in Arkham Asylum, but then in Arkham City they just, you know, they said, oh yeah, well that was awesome, but here's all this
other new stuff for you. Yeah, go ahead, have it. Some old stuff. That's a little bit of spoiler. Spoiler! But, you know, I mean, they really gave you more for your picking in this game.
And not to mention, too, more for your picking. To add to that, so many more upgrades.
I didn't even touch half the upgrades because I did all the health ones by accident first.
Well, there's nothing wrong with doing the health ones.
Yeah, I should have done the combat too, but that was my fault. I'll admit that. But I mean, I'm just saying though. I mean, like when he was showing me the other upgrades you can get,
there's tons. There's tons.
Too much to be one. Not too much, but you know what I mean.
There's a very, very healthy set amount in this one for sure, and everything is usable, which I really, really like, because I'll be covering this in another review, but I've been noticing certain games that have these upgrades that don't really change anything that much anyway in the gameplay. For Batman Arkham City, it changed it in the best way possible, the way how it should. But for the ones that I'm talking about, the ones that I don't find they changed it, I'll talk about that in the later review.
So cinematic scenes, this kind of goes into the gameplay. The story. It's pretty late here. They were just, again, they were amazing. They really captured. The thing about the cinematics is that it really captured. I'm talking about the scenes of actually like when them acting, like to continue on with the story.
Cutscenes.
Like the cutscenes. Thank you. They actually really got to keep your attention, right? Like you're doing all this fighting and then this happens. You're like, ooh, what's next? Exactly. Like it grabbed you. It grabbed you, pulled you in. Near the end. Oh god. You know, guys, for the people who haven't played the game, you'll know why we're laughing. We're like, holy, we're having that kind of attitude. Yeah. You'll see.
Especially his facial expression after the end was absolutely great. Anyway, so which is our next one here? Oh, this is one of your fun points.
Well, I wanted to mention this. If anybody remember the amount of damage that Batman took on his suit and everything.
In the first game.
In the first game, in Arkham Asylum, the damage on this game makes Arkham Asylum's damage look like pussy shit.
Absolutely true.
It's like, if you took a picture of all the damage on Arkham Asylum and then took it on Arkham City, you would go, wow.
That's nothing.
That is, Arkham City, Arkham Asylum is nothing compared to Arkham City. It is nothing compared to that.
Yeah.
You'll be surprised.
And I love the fact, too, that they kind of started that trend, because now there's in the new Spider-Man games coming out, now they're talking about, Beanox talking about Spider-Man taking damage too, so I love now that Batman's doing that trend.
It's just a chain reaction that's going to happen with other games. It's going to happen.
And I'm not saying that other games haven't done it before, I'm sure they have, but I like now that in the hero role, now they're starting to do that, because even in Edge of Time, actually, Edge of Time for Spider-Man, you know, made Batman actually look kind of, for damage-wise, not that heavy, but that's a different game, and that's a different day.
Oh yeah, it's a different day. So, do you want to talk about this one?
Oh yes, the cameos and secrets. This could also be added into the content. I won't spoil any of the cameos or the secrets, But there is actually, I did a review, not a review, but I did a little walkthrough on one particular trophy on my file, the Metal Militia 144.
There'll be a caption or something here to link to his channel, right there.
And so I did a walkthrough on it once, but there's a particular trophy that just gave me goosebumps because since I am a really big Batman fan, there's one particular kind of like little secret, not really, but a little, what would you call it? I guess a little treasure or Easter egg, whatever you want to call it, is in there. But there's so many little hidden things hinting as well for a sequel to Arkham City, which of course I welcome. Sorry, ignore that. There's so many. I really want to tell you guys, but I can't.
We can. Like, we're on the edge here. We want to tell you.
I want to tell you guys, but all I gotta say is that there is
play
definitely. Play it.
Play
but wait for the ending.
Yeah, I know.
But definitely, when playing through the game, if you can figure out how to trigger these certain cameos and whatnot like that. For one particular character, anyway, you have to be kind of smart and figure out how to do it. But there's the amount of cameos in the game is absolutely awesome.
Sorry, I ripped up the page by accident. Anyways, so I guess we should go into our cons now.
Yeah, like two.
Two cons. Literally, there's two cons. One, I'm gonna have to say the game ends.
I know, like that's the sad. That's obviously we don't have to deduct a point for that.
We won't deduct a point.
That was sad.
It was sad. We wanted more. We wanted more, but
yeah, that's why that in a good way.
In the good way. Yeah.
In a good way. That means that we want the sequel.
We want to see if there's. We hope for another one.
Yeah. Exactly.
We are hoping for another one.
Exactly. So. Okay, but our actual con is we both kind of felt like this. It's not game breaking at all.
No.
But the only thing that I really could bump into and talk about is that still sometimes the combat didn't fully work the way we wanted it to.
Like you would try to punch somebody and then you want to go against another room or the other side of the room to punch him and he wouldn't do it.
Sometimes.
He would just punch in the air and then he would stop right there. That's just like.
It didn't piss me off.
It didn't make us mad. It's just kind of like, okay, they needed to tweak that up a little bit personally.
Yeah.
I thought, but
maybe it's just us.
Maybe it is us. Who knows? But all I know is that was one con that we felt.
But other than that, really, I didn't encounter really any frame rate. Only one time, but it wasn't enough to really complain about. So I'm not going to really complain about it at all. I didn't encounter any screen tearing. I don't know about you. I didn't really encounter any of that. Pop-in, of course, every game's got it. So I hate it when reviewers talk about pop-in because every fucking game's got it. Yeah, for the most part, anyway.
Most part has it, yeah.
But other than that,
excuse me.
Yeah, another review for another day. But other
probably
than
by
that,
me though.
Oh yeah, because I'm not much of a good racing guy. But anyway, other than that, Batman Arkham City for us both is a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. I would say, and I'm being honest with you, stop. Like actually, literally, close your window right now that this video is being playing right now. Get off your chair. Go outside and buy this game.
Go buy it
right now.
PC, Xbox 360, and PlayStation 3. It's out there. Go get it.
Yeah, you know what? That $60 or that $50, if it went down in price, but I highly doubt it has. That amount of price for that game, it's perfect. You will not be sad wasting that, having that money. You won't. It's not a waste of money. You will love the game. You'll sit down and you'll be like, I'm glad I bought this game for this amount of money. So this is a buy. This is a buy. Absolutely. So 10 out of 10. It's a buy. Go get Arkham City. So I keep thinking Arkham Asylum for that. Okay. Anyways, so this has been Dylan from AchieveIncorporated.
This is Evan from AchieveIncorporated, guys.
We're out, guys.
Keep gaming.
Keep gaming.